Hi, good evening everyone. Daniel Miller here. Thank you very much for joining me for our game industry news special. As you know, we are focused on X018, the Microsoft's very big event in Mexico City. I hope you all enjoyed Inside Xbox and all the niceties and all the exciting news that we broadcast live. Everything we've heard was so exciting, and I had a tremendously wonderful evening. Really enjoyed everything that's been said. I love the community of gamers in Mexico City, and generally have a very good idea that Microsoft is investing very considerably into their Game Pass facility, which I consider to be the future of gaming industry. So let's have a look at all we've heard from earlier tonight. The Xbox community came together in Mexico City to take part in X018, which is a global celebration of all things Xbox, filled with news, first looks, and of course many surprises. I think altogether there were about 10,000 fans that joined the staff for the 4th annual Xbox Fan Fest in Mexico City to get a closer look at the future of Xbox through many hands-on events and panels featuring members of Team Xbox, as well as things streamed live on Inside Xbox, which we had just watched and thoroughly enjoyed. First of all, I had my big exciting news right at the beginning, and they were related to Game Pass. Microsoft announced that PUBG and Hellblade are going to be accessible through Game Pass as from next week. So honestly, the whole event couldn't have kicked off better for myself. I absolutely adore PUBG and Hellblade, obviously very different games. But what's interesting is that PUBG earlier in the week has been announced through Sony Network. They basically said that as from early December, all the PS4 owners will be able to access it with PlayStation 4. Obviously we'll have to purchase it and then play it as long as we want it through PS. Obviously this is going to be expanding the PUBG community from PC through Xbox and Android devices to PlayStation, and that's very exciting. As you could see, in order to contrast that, the Microsoft team announced that now they are going to have it as a part of their Game Pass subscriptions, which means that anyone who is subscribed to the Game Pass anywhere in the world will not have to purchase PUBG separately, but will be able to play it as long as they want it, wherever they are, whenever they are. So it is absolutely exciting, and I love that bit of news. But also the big news of the day was the announcement that the 2 game development studios with sizable histories will be joining Microsoft Studios to create exclusive games for Xbox fans. Coupled with the 5 new studio partners that already had been announced at E3 early in the year, the future of Xbox exclusives is absolutely looking bright. X018 also showcased a lineup of upcoming titles, and we can certainly agree that from all we could gather through Inside Xbox, there was something for every gamer, and that included a first look at Crackdown 3 multiplayer mode, and new content from Just Cause 4, Sea of Thieves, State of Decay, and many more. What's really even more exciting is that now there are about 327 titles enhanced for Xbox One X, which is considered to be the world's most powerful console. From exclusive blockbusters like the latest Forza Horizon 4 to holiday standouts like Fallout 76. Well, we can't be denied that the biggest games of the holiday season will be played best on Xbox One, and as you know, some of them are enhanced for 4K, so you will get the best possible picture and sound on your television screens, particularly if they're very large, and plugged into your Xbox with HDMI cable, which obviously is the very best connection for that content. The other very exciting bit of news was about many discounts both for consoles and games for the forthcoming holidays, as well as access to more than 100 games for one low monthly price through obviously the Xbox Game Pass, which I consider to be the future of the gaming industry. We could also call it the best value in gaming. The Xbox team announced a number of awesome new titles coming to Xbox Game Pass soon, and as I said already, for myself and for all the gamers worldwide, two of the most exciting titles announced were obviously PUBG and Hellblade. So let's just have a look at some of the other big news which the presenters exposed during the event. The first bit, which will concern obviously the game developers worldwide, is about Obsidian Entertainment and inXile Entertainment, which now have joined hands with Microsoft Studios. So as part of their commitment to bringing a steady stream of new exclusive games to Xbox fans, Matt Booty announced Microsoft's intent to acquire two game development studios, Obsidian Entertainment and inXile Entertainment. The teams at Obsidian and inXile share a distinguished reputation for creating deep, engaging role-playing games. As part of Microsoft Studios, Obsidian and inXile will have the support and freedom to fully realize creative ambitions on both existing franchises and also on new projects. These two creative teams will continue to operate autonomously and bring their unique talents, IP and expertise to Microsoft Studios as they build new RPG experiences for the players and fans. So if you are interested in how this is all going to work, obviously we have the assurances from Mr. Booty about the degree of independence that the studios will still retain. You really should access Xbox and Microsoft news bulletins. They have quite a big piece on the future of those two studios under their umbrella. So just head to Microsoft website and definitely have a look at the posting which is related to Obsidian and inXile. It will tell you exactly what will be happening and how they really consider the working relationship to be evolving in the future. Crackdown 3 announces Xbox Game Pass launch on February the 15th of 2019, and indeed there will be an explosive debut of Wrecking Zone multiplayer, and we had seen some gameplay from that which looked absolutely astonishing. As always, its visuals reminiscent of graphic novels with high-paced action and certainly very exciting firefights and lots of different characters involved. So something that we really look forward to. But really, at the end of the day, what I find even more exciting is that when the game comes out, on the same release date, we can either buy it digitally or through retail services as physical product, or we can access the game through the Game Pass. And that is incredible. I think this will create easy access to many people who are not living in our big cities, and also people living worldwide in many different towns and cities and villages, who are, if subscribed to Game Pass, then in position to play those games literally from the word go. And that's extraordinary. In addition, we are then able to engage with them through our communities and continue both with connectivity and communication, which I personally consider to be the most important part of online gaming. So coming back to Crackdown 3, X018 and the presenters did provide us with a first look at the terrific and explosive gameplay of Crackdown 3's Wrecking Zone. An all-new multiplayer mode where environmental destruction will be your secret weapon to take down your enemies. So a lot of demolition going on through obviously your gameplay. Developed by Microsoft Studios in collaboration with Sumo Digital and Elbow Rocket, Crackdown 3 will bring superpowered agents to New Providence, an action-packed open world to take down a criminal corporation using an explosive set of weapons and abilities. So you can step up your boom in the campaign on your own or with a friend to unleash cooperative mayhem when Crackdown 3 launches on February the 15th, 2019. Crackdown 3 is also available at launch with Xbox Game Pass and globally on Xbox One and Windows 10. So as you could see, not just that you'll be able to access it on the same day through Game Pass, and also get it for your Xbox One and Windows 10. So what is said, as a special thanks to the fans and also to celebrate their X018 announcements, the Xbox team will be offering the original Crackdown to all fans free of charge from literally today until November the 30th. So you will be able to experience the original now with Xbox One X enhancements, much improved picture and sound as you could imagine, and if you head to the Microsoft Store you can get your own copy more or less straight away. So let's not wait and let's get it immediately. Lots of time spent on Xbox Game Pass, and they announced as well that the general availability of the Xbox Game Pass application on iOS and Android, enabling you to seamlessly browse and download new games to your home console via your mobile device, so you can quickly jump into gameplay the next time you turn on your Xbox One. They are also saying that to continue, basically they'll be continuing to expand and diversify the Xbox Game Pass catalog by making the popular blockbuster titles such as PUBG available to all members beginning on November the 12th, so just a couple of days away. In addition, Thief of Thieves is officially available on Xbox One and in Xbox Game Pass starting today, and also there will be Agents of Mayhem, MXGP3 and Thomas Was Alone available to access as from November the 22nd. I think the new app will make it much easier for people to initiate downloads whilst they're at work, college, school, or even when they're traveling back home. And as you know, some of the downloads take a bit of time, and then once you get back home everything will be done and dusted, and you just nicely relax, have a cup of tea, have a biscuit, and then crack on with your favorite game. So I really appreciate that. I have to say, I have been exasperated by the download times that I'm currently experiencing on my PlayStation 4, and even for the titles which are on PlayStation Now. If you are to be downloading bigger games exceeding 20 or 30 gigs, it will take you a little while to get them to your console if you have the standard or even the fast broadband connection. For everyone that is in possession of fiber optic internet, they may well be then having a shorter time, but I did see that sometimes even on fiber the downloads take a bit of time because frequently PlayStation Network is overloaded, and therefore, you know, we just simply have to grin and bear it, download it and play perhaps another game during the time whilst we are still waiting for the game to complete on our console, i.e. the download. And there's just simply not any other way around to that. But the app that Microsoft is introducing will definitely help, and I very much look forward to it. There are also some other games introduced, and they include Ori and the Blind Forest. I think anyone who is familiar with Ori series will be very excited. Kingdom 2 Crowns, and as I mentioned, Hellblade: Senua's Sacrifice, which is a terrific game, absolutely beautiful visually, and being able to watch it on Xbox One X presentation, you know, through the console as presented by the Inside Xbox staff, was just literally mouth-watering. You really find the game then to be much more immersive, and as we did here, some of the new headsets available that can be used on Xbox. Will provide you with a perfect cinema-style spatial sound, and you can then absolutely engage with that rather frightening world and join the characters in the battle for truth. There are also some additional new games from independent developers, and they'll be launching through the ID at the Xbox program, which will come to Xbox Game Pass the day they debut on Xbox One. So it's always the same day, and I think that's really one of the greatest benefits of being subscribed to Game Pass. Starting this holiday, this will be including Aftercharge, Supermarket Shriek, Mutant Year Zero, Pathologic 2, The Good Light, Void B, I cannot pronounce the second word because we are family friendly, and also Secret Neighbor. You may not be familiar with some of those titles, but they're really great independent games, and definitely very much of interest if you are accessing them through Game Pass. You pay a big subscription and then you can access any of them at will. On PlayStation, if you are subscribed to PlayStation Now, what you can do is you can access some of the games that are not basically easy to find anywhere, and they have obviously their presence on their streaming service. So in an ideal world, we would be subscribed to both PlayStation Now as well as Xbox Game Pass, and then we'll be able to access all these games with ease. But at the end of the day, it will depend on what types of games you like and what your general preference is. So definitely have a look and decide. I think that what's being offered and what we've heard tonight is very, very exciting, and I'm certainly going to be indulging in some of those games when the time comes. And also, the Microsoft confirmed that Ori and the Will of the Wisps will be available through Xbox Game Pass, also timed to its global release on Xbox One and Windows 10 PC in 2019. So not maybe immediately, not as quickly as we'd have obviously PUBG and Hellblade, but certainly at some point in 2019 Ori will be there. And also, in addition to that, there was a very exciting offer which you do not want to miss that they advertised. And starting as from today through January the 3rd, you can sign up for Xbox Game Pass and receive then your first full month $21. So it is really a fantastic opportunity to become acquainted with all that Game Pass will offer. And if you consider there are more than 300 games that offer instantly offer, which you cannot refuse. And new titles are added every month, as we've seen, PUBG and Hellblade being amongst the latest, and literally there's been never a better time to become an Xbox Game Pass member. Many of those games you can also download, so evidently you'll be able to have the best possible picture quality as well if played on Xbox One X or S. We've heard also about some of the deals coming up for the Black Friday sales, and this year shoppers around the world will be able to give more as Xbox is back with their biggest Black Friday sale ever. Xbox is offering deep discounts up to $100 off on select Xbox consoles, and that will bring Xbox One X down to its lowest price ever, starting at only $399.99. But some of the savings will carry on as well. If you're not sure what gift to give to the gamer in your life this holiday, you can give the gift of more than 100 titles, and they include access to Xbox exclusives the same day they launch for only one monthly price, at an even better value with deals on Xbox Game Pass. I honestly think that this is one of the best offers in the industry, and I've been enjoying it right from the beginning. I think PlayStation and Xbox are competing on this front, but in my personal view, Microsoft is leading the way. They have many more exciting and interesting games on offer. They have some obscure and interesting independents, but there are plenty of heavyweight blockbusters as well present at all times for you to use, and I think that is really tremendous for all of the younger gamers that sometimes do not have enough money to spend on some of their favorite titles. This is absolutely the way forward, and you will be able to not just enjoy your favorite games, but you'll get your perfect introduction to those more obscure titles, and you will have to pay nothing more than your monthly subscription, which in fact is very low. If you subscribe to Xbox Game Pass for just $1, you'll be also getting a discount on Xbox Live Gold, and this will let you get 1 month for $1, and then there'll be some other discounts on your favorite Xbox games. They have announced some discounts on Forza Horizon 4, Sea of Thieves, State of Decay 2, and many more. So if you're interested, the best thing to do is just to access the Microsoft website, and they have a section on Black Friday offers. So have a look and basically decide on whatever appears to be most exciting. And as you know, once the time comes, you'll be able to buy it on a significant discount. During the presentation, they talked a lot about Xbox One X and Game Pass. This obviously is a focus of the management, and I certainly can tell you that when you watch games played on top-of-the-range TVs, large screens, 50, 60-inch plus, and when you have your Xbox One X plugged in, some of the games have been remastered, and those that are converted to 4K resolution are just simply out of this world. They did screen quite a lot of gameplay and some cinematics from Just Cause 4, and it really, it looks so beautiful that you want to have that game instantly, and you want to just jump in and basically crack on with the characters in the battles. It is as good as that. So the chief designer of the Forza Horizon series, Mr. Ben Baker-Fell, talked a bit about the project, and he announced the first expansion for the game. The expansion is called Fortune Island, and it will release on December the 13th on Xbox and Windows 10. Fortune Island takes place on an all-new adventure in the remote northern reaches of the British Isles, and they will encounter extreme conditions that will include fierce lightning storms, perilous cliffside roads, and sweeping paved mountain switchbacks under the mystical glow of the Aurora Borealis in search of hidden treasure. Forza Horizon 4 players will also be able to drive all 5 of Ken Block's high-powered, custom-built Ford vehicles from the upcoming Gymkhana 10, the 10th installment of the award-winning Gymkhana viral video franchise. These rides began rolling out in Forza Horizon 4 earlier this month, so for Car Pass members, with the release of the 1977 Ford Gymkhana 10 F-150 Hunter truck and the 1993 Ford Escort Cosworth Group A. I'm not a driver, so I really wouldn't know what that is, but I think for all the fans of the game, you guys are going to be very familiar, and what we've seen was very, very exciting and indeed visually beautiful. So for the gamers worldwide and people who are not particularly familiar with our countryside, once you start driving a vehicle through that fantastic, beautifully designed game, you'll get to know our countryside almost as well as if you were there, strolling through some of the fields and walking on our country lanes. It is that beautiful, and the color ranges and the autumnal shading and all kinds of niceties that they spent the time on whilst designing the game actually did show, and they look incredible on either Xbox One X or PlayStation Pro. Nevertheless, if you are a proud owner of Xbox One, which is neither X or S, they will still look extraordinary. So absolutely do get them, play them and do love our countryside. So we've heard that the Forza Horizon 4 Fortune Island will be available as part of the Forza Horizon 4 expansions bundle, and it will provide players with 2 game expansions at a reduced cost of $34.99, and also the owners of Forza Horizon 4 Ultimate Edition and Forza Horizon 4 Ultimate Add-ons bundle will receive Fortune Island at no additional cost, in other words, free. Xbox Game Pass subscribers who do not already own one of the bundles are eligible for 10% off a bundle or 10% off an individual purchase of Fortune Island. Then we had some news on Minecraft. We've heard that its marketplace is getting bigger and better every single day. Helen Chang, the head of Minecraft, dropped in to talk about Minecraft's record-breaking year and a new game announcement, releasing major vanilla game updates and indicating that they surpassed 91 million, I repeat that, 91 million monthly players. So at the moment we have more than 91 million people playing Minecraft online worldwide, which is literally mind-blowing. Top of all of this, Helen shared insight into the ever-expanding Minecraft marketplace, bringing marketplace partner Pixelheads along with her. Pixelheads, one of the most popular official Minecraft partner teams, stopped by to talk about their creations and how they got their start in game. The Minecraft team was proud to announce that the marketplace has reached 77 partners, I repeat 77 partners, who have driven more than 13 million purchases for their creations since it launched last June. 77 partners and 13 million purchases. Again, just simply, it is mind-boggling. Viewers also got a very special look at the history behind cats and pandas in Minecraft, and all of those will release next month. So we have Battle Rival crews in the arena in the Sea of Thieves, and as you've heard, Sea of Thieves is changing in a big way, but its 5th free content update since launch, and the DLC is called The Arena. Releasing in early 2019, The Arena is an all-new competitive game mode that will allow players to test their pirating skills in fast-paced matches against rival crews. Each match is a fun, frenetic and action-packed race to find treasure that brings together all the most exciting elements of Sea of Thieves on demand. The arena also includes a new tavern area together with a new trading company called the Sea Dogs, which will offer new goals, rewards and opportunities to progress to Pirate Legend. Sea of Thieves is available on Xbox One, Windows 10 and Xbox Game Pass as an Xbox Play Anywhere title. So if you are wanting to play it on any platform, indeed you will be able to. We've heard more on Z Hunter Pack in State of Decay 2 as well, so we really have been a bit overwhelmed by the quantity of great news coming in from all sources, and as we've seen already during the E3 conference, there's never a shortage of something new and exciting, and in Mexico City tonight this was the case again. So we got a first look at the next content pack for State of Decay 2, which will be launching on November the 16th, the Z Hunter Pack. This new pack will add the powerful and silent crossbow as a new zombie slaying weapon, along with additional melee weapons, facilities, blood play consumables and gameplay updates, like the ability to respect your skills, all into the main game, as part of their continued commitment to support the 4 million players in the State of Decay 2 community. Z Hunter will be free for all players, owners, or either Standard or Ultimate Edition, along with Xbox Game Pass members. So if you are the owner of those editions, the DLC will be provided for free. Looking forward, Microsoft also announced that they're working on a more challenging play experience coming in 2019, and there will be more news coming our way very, very shortly. So obviously keep your eyes peeled on the news coming from Microsoft related to State of Decay 2. So, premiered during Inside Xbox and inspired by Bioshock and System Shock 2, this new game called Void B is not actually a full word, it's just the abbreviation because the word I cannot pronounce due to the fact that we are a family-friendly channel. So Void B is a revolutionary new strategy shooter which will be testing your wits as well as exercise your aim, coming to Xbox as a console launch exclusive. So the question is whether you'll be able to lead the misfit prisoners of the Void Ark, the derelict spaceships, and the myriad dangers of the Sargasso Nebula. And will you be able to make the right choices about what to do, where to go, and when to fight? Master combat, manage ship controls, scavenge supplies, craft improvised tools, and a lot more. Void B will be coming to Xbox Game Pass, coinciding with its launch on Xbox One, and it will be released, obviously, on Xbox Game Pass on the same day, on the release date, basically. So we had a beautiful trailer for Battlefield 5, and obviously we know that this game is going to be as astonishing as the previous ones. And the trailer was debuted, and it was highlighting the Xbox One X enhancements for this title, which is obviously very, very highly anticipated, coming from Electronic Arts and DICE, featuring 4K Ultra HD and HDR support on Xbox One, leading to enhanced visuals, allowing you to lead your squad to victory with the highest possible fidelity Battlefield title ever. So you've never seen it looking better, in other words, in plain English. It's the best looking console experience, launching worldwide on November the 20th, so it's a couple weeks away. But EA Access members can jump into the Battlefield 5, and they can play the first trial beginning November the 9th, so literally more or less instantly. So lots of exciting news still to come. We've heard about Devil May Cry 5, the producer Matt Walker joined director Hideaki Itsuno from Capcom's head office in the vibrant city of Osaka to basically show off the rich culture of the city and share how the team draws from the surroundings. Itsuno provided insight into how Capcom action games are influenced by the Osaka area, so they're absolutely inherent to the local environment, before giving Inside Xbox a first look at the comprehensive training mode that he's created for Devil May Cry 5, and that particular environment is called the Void. As a first for Xbox fans, Itsuno gave a personal tour of Nero's Devil Breakers, and including the bonus Devil Breakers available in the deluxe edition content on Devil May Cry 5. I particularly like that pasta mode, and you'll be able to select and customize your own weaponry to be used later in the game, so it's really very exciting. And if people have got particular preferences, I'm sure you'll be able to customize those as well. So definitely, if you've not watched everything live, do review all they said through the Inside Xbox, which you can access through YouTube, and on replay you'll be able to get all the details and information as well. So we've heard that Bandai Namco gave Inside Xbox also an exclusive first look at some never before seen special moves of two of the most anticipated characters slated to appear in Jump Force. So Bandai Namco Entertainment America community manager Diego Paramia was giving us a play-by-play to accompany the world debut of the Awakening transformations of two legendary Dragon Ball characters that will be playable in Jump Force, SSG SS Vegeta and Golden Frieza. So this is the first time fans will be able to see these two highly anticipated characters going into their respective superpowered modes and showing off their mightiest special moves. And as another special treat, Bandai Namco also premiered the first footage of SSG SS Goku in action in Jump Force. So, as you could imagine, for the fans of the game, this was most exciting. I quite like what was said about Just Cause 4 and the new cinematic trailer literally summed up everything, like the blockbuster action. Just Cause 4 delivers, and Rick Rodriguez in this instance is facing his biggest challenge yet in Solace. He's leading the army of chaos against the ruthless Gabriela Morales, and she looked really very, very evil, I have to say, in the trailer. And Just Cause 4 is the biggest, most varied and creative Just Cause ever. It definitely looked like that in that trailer. And everything you love about the series is back and polished and beefed up. You'll get insane physics, unmatched levels of destruction, and the player trademark parachute, wingsuit, and grapple. So this December, Just Cause 4 will bring all of that thunder to Xbox One and Xbox One X. I particularly liked when one of the developers, you know, he talked about how they were doing acrobatics and also how they were using the weapons. So Riku came to a massive big bridge and he was literally firing rockets into separate sections, and then he simply walked away, and as he was walking away the entire bridge was completely destroyed. So do access the trailer and I'm sure you'll enjoy it, and you'll get some ideas of what Just Cause 4 will bring you once it comes out. So we had a bit of a closer look at the Forge in Shadow of the Tomb Raider, and you already might have experienced Lara Croft's defining moment, but Shadow of the Tomb Raider did continue with the Forge, the first of 7 monthly DLC adventures, and the narrative director Jason Dozois and senior associate producer Joe DeHaan, and they were taking her friend Abby on a co-op journey through the fiery power of the Forge on Inside Xbox. And you know, definitely worth checking out. The graphics are beautiful, and if you're a great fan of Lara Croft, then you will be wanting to play those DLC adventures. We've heard that the backward compatibility catalog is continuing to grow, and that on November the 13th there will be 4 new backward compatible titles getting also released and enhanced by Xbox One X. These are Final Fantasy 13, Final Fantasy 13-2, and Lightning Returns. Final Fantasy 13 will be entirely new to the back compatibility catalog, while Civilization Revolution will be receiving an Xbox One X enhanced update to take advantage of the world's most powerful console. So to date, gamers have enjoyed playing well over 1 billion hours of backward compatible games, and we all look forward to continuing to grow the collection, including more than 500 Xbox 360 games, 25 Xbox One X enhanced Xbox 360 titles, and 32 original Xbox classics. So listen to this: 500 Xbox 360 games, 25 Xbox One X enhanced Xbox 360 titles, and 32 original Xbox classics. So altogether we are talking about nearly 600 games with backward compatibility and easily accessible to all of us that have the console to play at any given moment in time. So that is extraordinary, and I think Microsoft is literally a mile ahead from Sony in that particular compartment. As you know, with Sony PlayStation there is no backward compatibility, which makes it quite difficult for the streamers. If you were to be doing streams of various games on different platforms, then you have to be discontinuing and then reconnecting those consoles, and as you know, this can be a bit arduous and time consuming. In this instance, for all of us that are in possession of Xbox One S or X, we do not have to worry about this. All these games are console compatible, so absolutely leading the way. They also talked about the support for mouse and keyboard, and that is to have an input on Xbox One, which will be arriving next week, and there will be selected titles enabled at launch for insiders, and even more coming. So we've heard that Epic detail how Fortnite will be one of the first titles to offer mouse and keyboard input alongside previously announced Warframe. in today's update, and there will be Bomber Crew, Deep Rock Galactic, Strange Brigade, Vermintide 2, War Thunder, and X018 Defense, adding that support in November. And Children of Martyr, DayZ, Minion Master, Moonlighter, Vigor, Warface, and Wargroove, they'll be adding support in the future. So when the update launches next week, all developers will have the tools they need to create tailored mouse and keyboard experiences for the games as they see fit to ensure a fair and fun experience for every single fan. In addition to that, there was some exciting news related to the Xbox Adaptive Controller, which is now being launched worldwide, and there will be access to that controller in 17 new markets in 2019, which also includes the host nation today, Mexico. New countries to offer the acclaimed controller include Argentina, Brazil, Chile, China, Colombia, Hong Kong, Hungary, Israel, Japan, Slovakia, Mexico, Russia, Saudi Arabia, South Africa, Taiwan, Turkey, and United Arab Emirates. There will be more details coming soon on the adaptive controller, but actually, considering there are approaching 70 new markets, that's wonderful for all of us to hear, and many gamers will be able to use the adaptive controller with ease from that date on. Microsoft also announced #GiveWithXbox, a holiday time campaign from Xbox that aims to bring the joy of gaming to everyone. So beginning today and ending December the 9th, Xbox will donate $5 of Xbox products up to $1 million for every photo which will be shared on social media about what gaming together means using the hashtag #GiveWithXbox. I talked about it quite a bit during the last few days, and I had been posting those slides and those images on my Twitter as well, so definitely have a look. As you know, I am a very great supporter of charities, and I think that by being able to share those images and our ideas on what actually makes gaming special for us, we are going to be investing and helping the charities that Microsoft supports, and they are Child's Play, Gamers Outreach, Special Effect, and Operation Supply Drop. As you know, Xbox is committed more than ever to gaming for everyone and making Xbox a place where everyone has fun. So absolutely, I would advise everyone to take photographs and attach a small message indicating what gaming means to you, what special moments there were, what consoles you like the best, what kinds of games you played recently, how gaming changed your life, all sorts of things which are gaming related. Post them to Twitter, attach them or send them to Xbox, and do place that hashtag. I'll repeat the hashtag again. It is basically #GiveWithXbox, as in Give with Xbox. And indeed, you will be supporting and helping many charities that Microsoft is connected to, and as you've heard, every single photograph will be seen as a donation. So that really brings us to the end of this wonderful event. I am slightly overexcited and perhaps overwhelmed by the quantity of things I've heard. I absolutely love the show. I love the presenters. I thought it was presenting Xbox and Microsoft products in the best possible light, and introducing them to a very, very energetic, very noisy, very vibrant, and very engaging gaming community in Mexico City, with about 10,000 people coming to the event, and I think there were quite a few thousand in the studio as well, where the broadcast was being launched. And everyone was so excited and so interested, and I think the chap who got his Xbox One X for free just because he happened to be standing next to the presenters must have been one of the happiest punters around tonight. So I wish it was me, but it wasn't. And for everyone who's interested in all I said, please do go to Inside Xbox on Microsoft YouTube, for Xbox YouTube channel, and you'll be able to access everything with ease, with all the niceties, with videos, slides and commentaries, and those lovely trailers and those lovely bits of news. So thank you so much for coming, for watching my gaming industry special, and I wish you all a very, very good night.